Good day, one and all, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator Steam Edition with Captain Lady Top Hat. Yes, we're flying. And as a special treat for you now, look at what we're flying. Hehehe, it's a chopper. Ignore those pilots. I am a woman. What other views do we have? There we go. We have some dials and first person view and outside view of the helicopter from the outside, and then from the tail, it looks like. Okay. So this mission is called Helicopter Basics. Let's listen to the guy telling us what it is that we're supposed to be doing. Ready?
Basics of flying a helicopter. Generally speaking, the helicopter will move in the direction it's tilted. Push on the stick to tip the helicopter forward. Pull on the stick to tip it backward. To control where the pointed, twist your joystick, or press 0 or enter on the keyboard number pad. You can climb and descend using the throttle. More makes the helicopter climb, less power makes the helicopter descend. Try climbing and descending now, using the throttle.
Whee! Nice.
Tip forward to speed up, and tip backward to slow down. Adjust the throttle to maintain altitude. The slower you're moving, the more power you'll need to maintain altitude. Use the stick and throttle now to line up with gate 1. The active gate is glowing green, and the inactive gates are red.
Helicopters are tremendous fun. I've only flown a helicopter once. Oh, no, that's not true. I flew a commercial helicopter. I had an actual lesson. But I also flew in a Mark IV Sea King for a fantastic weekend with the Royal Navy in Yeovilton, which was nice. And we did a manoeuvre known as a 0G bunt in that Sea King. That was also tremendous fun, particularly considering that none of us were strapped in at the time. Happy days. What height are we? 2,800. Maybe 1,800. There we go. Lovely. And it was during that weekend, so this was officer training, the Royal Navy, we also got to watch the Harriers taking off and landing. Oh. Now, if you think commercial aircraft are noisy, you haven't heard anything until you've witnessed a vertical takeoff. And they actually need to have special asphalt in order to do those vertical takeoffs and landings. Because they actually would fry normal airstrips. So the aircraft carriers have to be coated in a special material.
Use power and descend to gate 4.
Ah, that was tremendous fun. the maneuverability of helicopters is very cool. Just going to bring that up a little bit. So as you may or may not know, I trained Major Tim Peake, the first British astronaut to fly with the European Space Agency. And I trained him on his first I shouldn't tell stories while I'm flying. Microgravity flight. So the microgravity flight takes place on an Airbus 300. And that is operated by the European Space Agency. And on one of those flights, we would fly 31 parabolas.
Increase power and use the stick to climb to gates 7 and 8.
Each of which would give you 20 seconds of microgravity. So normally when I was doing these flights, I would be doing experiments. So that's mainly what the plane is used for. However, with the new astronauts, we actually took them for their maiden voyage. In microgravity. So at that point, I had well over 2 hours spent in microgravity. Now, the reason for telling you all of this is that Tim Peake was an Apache pilot in the Army, British Army, and was also an instructor. So he was a helicopter instructor in the Army, but I was his microgravity trainer at the Space Agency. There we go. I saw 9 earlier. I think it's up. Yes, up. So we need to get some altitude. Let's level off. If we stay on this heading, should be just right. Yeah, that's climbing. Go. Very good. Ease off the throttle a bit because we're climbing too high, I think. It's a really delicate balance between throttle and angle. Still infinitely preferable to a glider.
Engines on finishing the introduction to helicopters.
Woohoo! Well, that was tremendous fun. I hope you enjoyed my little stories. I shall end the episode now. bid you a fond farewell and a tally ho!